Hi, and welcome to Political Quickie, your political show that subjectively discusses current affairs in South Africa and all around the world. My name is Mapasika Mura. So, President Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa and his deputy Didi, the very dangerous Mabuza, have called on Julius Malema to come back home to the ANC. So, the commander-in-chief of the EFF was like, what? Me? Come back to where? Never. It will never ever happen. Yes. So I was initially confused because this was allegedly Didi Mabuza's idea in the first place. And I'm thinking, but this guy, I thought he was a tactician, he was a strategist. His favorite book is The Art of War. And now he is publicly courting his opponent. He didn't even go straight to him and be like, guy, we want you to come back. Please consider. You will have this and this and that. They just publicly calling onto him to join the ANC again. Like, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. The ANC outwardly looks desperate. This is a very desperate move by them. It's showing that the EFF is indeed powerful and they are very scared. You know what? I think that right now the ANC has solidified that indeed Julius Malema right now at this moment is the most powerful politician in the country. I mean, who pushes their policies in parliament with just 6%? 6% you are pushing policies in. It doesn't make any sense. And the ANC looks desperate. But maybe they have like, another move they have. I don't know. ANC, come on. What? Come on! Come on! Moving on to other news, however, the Vendor Building Society Mutual Bank, aka VBS, has been put under curatorship by the South African Reserve Bank. So you'll remember that this is the same bank that gave Obaba that 7.8 million rands to pay back the money 18 months ago. So that's when the bank shot to prominence and municipalities began investing with VBS. But according to South African banking laws, municipalities are not allowed to invest with mutual banks. So another problem they had is a liquidation problem where now VBS was giving long-term loans while receiving short-term deposits. Yeah. So the South African Reserve Bank was like, no, we cannot have this kind of issue where you are not being compliant with legislation and your liquidity situation is not very good. My thing is this, right? Just last year, Viceroy came out and it was like, Capitec, hey, Capitec, you are a loan shark, you. We see you very much. You're a loan shark. You're issuing out loans to people who do not qualify in terms of the National Credit Act. But then the South African Reserve Bank came out and said, no, not Capitec. Capitec is well liquidated and we will not put it under curatorship after Viceroy said, put these people under curatorship. So, I don't know. My biggest problem is that, the South African Reserve Bank has double standards. In terms of Capitec, they were, able to overlook the issue. But here with, VBS, they were like, no, we shall handle you very well. I just think that the measures were extreme. I know that curatorship is to ensure that the bank actually does survive. But at the same time, it's like, you could have in the first place tried to assist the bank because they were trying to become a commercial bank. They were trying to transition into a commercial bank. Even though Luana, they're kind of shady because you could have done this 18 months ago. You could have tried to transition into a commercial bank 18 months ago when you found out that you were not complying with these laws. But instead, they only tried last week, according to, the South African Reserve Bank. I am questioning if, because the bank had dealings with Jacob Zuma, if maybe that also contributed to it being tainted, and if maybe, it being a black bank also is playing a part in this. Of course it was non-compliant. Of course they didn't, at the right time apply to become a commercial bank. They allegedly did try to reach out to the South African Reserve Bank so that they can at least, allow them more time, or to perhaps, try to fix that legislation. But in a country such as South Africa, when we have next to zero black banks, the South African Reserve Bank could have tried just a little bit harder. Just because it's a black bank, yes, because you're trying to redress and you're trying to ensure economic transformation. But on the other hand, I feel like we need more black banks. And this is the responsibility of South Africans to do this. And I get that, it's tough. There's a lot of red tape in terms of legislation, but we at least need to try. We need to try and create black-owned banks, because this is Africa. It is Africa, okay? So, geez, I don't know. This is sad. I don't want VBS to go under, but we can invest. We can actually go and open, those bank accounts and make sure that they get that 1.5 billion rands that they need to operate on a very, liquidated level. Moving on to international news, however, Donald Trump will be meeting Kim Jong-un. We don't know where or when they will be meeting, but we do know that they'll be meeting before the end of May. So North Korea is the one that extended the invitation, and of course America accepted. It's kind of weird, because Donald Trump can't regulate gun laws within his own country. He can't put the National Rifle Association in check, and he can't stop Americans from shooting each other. Yet he's somehow miraculously supposed to go and convince Kim to stop launching intercontinental missiles? I don't know. It's just insane. It's crazy. But maybe they could talk it out and convince each other not to launch World War III. I'll be happy, because I don't want a war. We are in the middle of a revolution here in South Africa, so no, we do not want World War III. Anyways, that was Political Quickie. I love you guys. Use your talents to serve humanity. I will see you next week. Bye.